And just like every story, ours starts at, wait, the end? Well, kind of. Let's fast forward a couple of years. 1000 to be exact. In this game, we play as a Lear, who is the divine dragon that has been sleeping for 1000 years. And you guessed it, we gotta fight. If you don't know, Fire Emblem is a turn-based RPG game, where your goal is to clear a set objective for the map. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. This game is truly unforgivable, and it does not try to hide it. Fire Emblem games can be played in 3 different difficulties: normal, hard, and maddening. And I think the names speak for themselves. On top of that, there are 2 game modes that you can choose from: casual or classic. Now, I'm no casual, so the only option is classic. And in this mode, if a unit is killed, they're gone. Sound familiar? And as for the difficulty, I chose hard instead of maddening, so I wouldn't take a month to post this video, but that might not have helped. When Lear wakes up, we're quickly greeted with a battle that serves as the tutorial, so we deal with that, because I actually have 285 hours in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, so I'm no scrub. But the one thing that we did take from this was the ring system, which I'm sure isn't overpowered in any way. After that, we ride back to the castle on our mother, who is a dragon. Did I forget to tell you that? Oops. And like every good mother, we kill her. There's no joke here. We straight up destroy her. And remember how classic mode is on... No, I'm just messing with you. I'm sure she doesn't die. Right? Somehow, after sleeping for 1000 years, Lear can still sleep. Somehow. But once again, we're greeted with another battle as soon as we wake up. Really hope this doesn't become a routine. Now, this is where the real challenge begins. Fire Emblem Engage is a very unique game because here you have the ability to engage with rings or emblems. Or should I say fire emblem. Okay, I'll stop. Only after I break it to 3 houses, only to have a cruel fate and a harsh awakening. I'm sorry. When you engage with emblems, your character kind of Dragon Ball fuses with them, and this unlocks new abilities, and each ring contains a character from one of the older games, with 12 rings in total. Oh, and remember how I said our mother wasn't dead? Yeah, about that. She got hit by Elwind, which is extra effective against flyers, and that's classic mode. The main plot of the story so far is that these creatures, called the Corrupted, have appeared out of nowhere and have been terrorizing every country. In the world of Elios, there are 4 main nations: Firene, Brodia, Elusia, and Salm. Each nation has been entrusted with different rings so that they'll be kept apart, because once they're brought together, they can grant massive amounts of power, but only every 1000 years. And would you look at that, it's conveniently 1000 years later. So our job is to find all 12 rings, defeat the Corrupted, and live happily ever after. Our first destination is the land of Firene, that has been attacked by the Corrupted as well. But more importantly, we unlock Emblem Celica. More importantly, her skill, Warp Ragnarok. And well... And just to recap, we already have Marth, Sigurd, and now Celica. Trust me, it gets a lot more difficult to follow later on. After defeating the Corrupted, we head to the castle to save the Queen. Or at least that's what I'd like to say, but we have some more important things to do. When we finally decide to go to the castle, we find that the Queen is dead. Crap. The Queen is being held hostage. But... oh... sorry, Mommy. Mommy, sorry. Zephyr. Yes, her. In good villain fashion, she proceeds to tell us her entire plan of world domination. So we beat her, take the rings, the world is safe, cut to credits. Just kidding. Zephyr is actually the minion of the King of Elusia, and they are planning on resurrecting the Fell Dragon. Now, don't ask me why they want to do that, because I genuinely have zero clue, even after finishing the game. But anyway, she escapes and we're forced to defeat Chicken Man. But he also runs off, back to Zephyr. But he, forgot that we were playing classic mode and ended up dying. So we set off to look for Firene's other ring, and in the way we meet everyone's favorite VTuber, Yunaka. That somehow stole the ring before we got there, but she decided to help us. So she put her stream schedule on hold until we defeated the Fell Dragon. Or she died, one or the other. We proceed to the next kingdom, Brodia. But before that, we need to acquire some grip. When we get to Brodia, we find out that they're also being attacked by Illusia. So we easily drive them away and proceed to the castle. There we find King Morion and Damien. But once again, we are attacked, again, by Illusion soldiers. And this time, it's Princess Ivy. This battle wasn't too complicated, but I did have to... Whoa, that was weird. Oh wait, did I forget to mention... Yeah, we can go back in time? Oops. And I'm forgetting some really important things here. We now proceed to Illusion territory to defeat Princess Ivy. And I'll spare you the details because this took me a couple tries and some... But we managed to retrieve 2 rings. Emblem Roy, that was in the possession of Brodia, and now Leaf, that was with Ivy. We're already halfway there. Surely nothing could go wrong. Right? In the next chapter, we enter Illusia Castle to find the king that is trying to revive the Fell Dragon. But before we get to him, we have to get through Hortensia. After we're past her, we can finally fight the bad guy, get the rest of the rings, and finally finish the game. Oh, and did I forget to mention that King Morion was turned into one of the corrupted? Yeah, oops. So we unfortunately have to kill him to proceed, but now we're faced with Hyacinth. He uses the Ring of Lyn that can shoot arrows from really far away, but she's weak, so there's no way my units can die. Yeah, so, Etienne died. I'm sure you're wondering why I don't just clearly use my overpowered time warp, and I would if I had any left. And that's it, that's the first death of the game. I could have reset the level, but you don't understand how many tries it took me to get past Hortensia, so I honestly don't care. That is how most deaths occur in this run. I either can't be bothered resetting the level, or I use them as sacrifice. But only a psychopath will resort to the second option. I'm just kidding, I got you again. Etienne is one of my favorite characters. Why would I sacrifice her? I did actually reset the level, but in the next attempt, this happened. Yeah, I'm not resetting again. But with Vander's noble sacrifice, we ended up defeating King Hyacinth, collecting all the rings, and saving the world, and finishing the game, fade to black, roll credits. Actually, we're interrupted by the same person that killed Queen Lumera, and she informs us that they finished reviving the Fell Dragon. Well, shit. On top of the king being eaten, we also get all of our rings stolen. Awesome. After that, we get chased out of the castle with no rings, and we lost the time crystal that let us reset time.
I actually have 285 hours in Fire Emblem.
Halfway through the map, Princess Ivy asks us to join forces, because now that her father is dead, she wants revenge. And with her, she brings back 2 rings, the time crystal, and 2 new units, one of them being Kagetsu, which was definitely the MVP of this run. Kagetsu is a unit that has high dexterity, which is the thing that measures the crit rate of a unit. And there are weapons and emblems that allow me to increase that number, one of them being the Wu Dao. Now, this weapon is the closest thing to gambling that I have ever experienced. Not even Genshin has given me this much adrenaline than when I get a critical hit in Fire Emblem. And by the end of the game, Kagetsu looked like this. But after that, we narrowly managed to escape, well, kinda. Etienne and Yunaka died, but they were noble sacrifices, so yeah. We now make our way towards the Kingdom of Psalm, after doing some more very important things. Soon after getting there, we meet Fogado, who leads us to the palace to help us look for Ike's emblem ring. But when we get there, we find out that Princess Tamara has the ring. So we have to set out again and look for her, and conveniently, she's being attacked, so we quit. Oh. That was easy. We defeat them, and now we add another ring to our party. Unfortunately, before we can go find the other ring entrusted to Psalm, we meet with the 4 hounds once again. And now they have the queen taken hostage. So we rush to the palace and take Hortensia down again. But this time, she gives us Byleth's emblem ring and decides to join us to avenge her father. And after doing some more important things, we had to look for the ring, which I forgot to record the beginning of. Turns out that the ring was in an abandoned ruin, and inside we meet Cedo, who has Corrin's emblem ring. The good thing about having Cedo now is that he's in the dancer class, and just like Byleth's ultimate ability, we can get the power to act again after seeing his dance, for some reason. We managed to get him out of the ruin safe and sound after... yeah. So we save Cedo, and now we meet one of my favorite characters, and my least favorite character. I'll let you guess which one's which. Oh, and Marnie and Mavir are here too, I guess. But more importantly, with the addition of Rosado and Gold D Mary, we get Erica's emblem ring. One more ring added to the collection. We easily kill Mavir, and we stab Marnie... oh, wait, wrong clip. And now we head back to the Kingdom of Firene to chase after the other hounds that are trying to capture Princess Eve. However, when we get there, the four hounds have already started to cause destruction, along with the corrupted form of Hyacinth, and Vale, who turns out is the daughter of Sombra, and is being controlled by... Zephyr. In this chapter, everything goes exactly as planned. Vale snaps out of confusion and throws Sigurd's emblem ring to us. With another ring with us, we now head back to Illusia after, well, killing some innocent civilians, but that doesn't matter. And on our way to Illusia Castle, we are once again, you guessed it, stopped by Marnie and Mavir. So we defeat them again, and they just end up running away. We proceed with our journey, but entering the castle, we meet Gris, you know, the one with the weird fetishes. However, he has Emblem Celica. So we quickly dispose of him, and to be honest, I think he kind of liked it. And after we defeat him, he blabbers on about how Lear and Vale are sisters, and they're both daughters of Sombra, or something, I don't know. But what I do know is that we meet Marnie and Mavir again. We kill them for real this time. Oh, wait, they want to join us. No, never mind. But now, we hopefully, with no more distractions, we can finally head to where Sombra is. And psych, we still had to defeat Zephyr and Gris. And Vale, who has a lot of drip now. So we tried to kill them, but unfortunately, Marnie forgot that we were playing classic mode, and she got cribbed by Zephyr and couldn't survive. So, oops. And after defeating the 4 hounds, or I guess 0 hounds, we can finally face the final boss. Right? Unfortunately for us, Lear dies. And since we're playing classic mode, that's it for us. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked... oh, for some reason, Lear is still alive. Don't ask me why, but she is. So I guess the game continues. Lear has now been turned into a corrupted, and Sombra opened up a portal to a different world, using the power of all the emblems that he left behind. Like an idiot. So now all we have to do is collect the rings and jump through the portal and kill the fell dragon. Right? This bit is getting a bit overused. Surely now the game won't get any weirder, right? Surely you're thinking I'm foreshadowing to something crazy, right? And you'd be right. You know how the game is called Fire Emblem Engage? Well, we know where the engage part comes from, so that leaves us with the Fire Emblem part. And you know how the rings combined have the power to do anything? Okay, hear me out. I need you to not freak out, okay? But this is the Fire Emblem. With the power of all 12 emblems, or I guess 13 now, we can finally prepare for the last fight, after doing more very important things. Here we are, after a long journey, we finally done it. The only thing stopping us from beating the game, and I guess saving millions of people too, is him. So I skillfully crit the rest of the enemies and we face the final boss. And just like that, it's over. Alias is safe. Everything goes back to normal, the game is over, roll credits. Just kidding, there's more. And to tell you the truth, this map was not easy. By this point, school was about to start up again, and I knew I would be too lazy to finish this level. So here I am, at 2 AM, losing my mind over this map. Here we have to defeat the enemies of previous Fire Emblem games with the characters of their respective games, and then unleash an all-out assault against the dragon. But that's not the hard part. The hard part is trying to quickly navigate around the dragon's range to get to the other side of the map. Because if you're not quickly enough, Sombrum will disengage all of your units and, oh, I cannot forget the stupid amount of units that show up. Add all that up and you got a boss that will destroy you if you're not fast enough. Oh, and did I mention that he has 4 health bars? After a few tries I managed to take down all the shadows and bring Sombrum to his last health bar. So all that was left was to take the rest of the shadows and finish my Fire Emblem journey. And that's it. It did take some luck, sacrifices, and crits, but in the end I did it. The Kingdom of Elias is saved, and I became the Fire Emblem.